Now the police from this triple border is working together and they are trying to stop that business. I mean narco traffic. It's not a business that is gonna die soon or maybe in 5 years. No, this fight is from a long time ago.
60 years ago, the river actually rose all the way up to here.
The things in my region are changing a lot. The bank was over there.
The Brazilian police and the Brazilian army recognize this to be the main port of entrance of cocaine. What's cooking, guys? It's the Salukie. We're here in the Amazon, in Leticia, the southernmost town in Colombia, and it's actually a point of 3 borders between Peru, Brazil, and Colombia. This is my friend Tomiki. He's gonna be showing us around and all. So we're gonna be entering Peru and Brazil, but in the meantime, we're gonna hang out in the town of Leticia. The economy of Leticia here, this Colombian town, was very reliant on tourism, and therefore during the pandemic, a lot of people turned to selling drugs, to delinquency, because there was nothing better to do. The people here were stripped of their livelihood.
Yeah, this is true. This is correct. Like, you know, the economy just after 2 months went really down at the very bottom. You know, like for sure, I'm from here and I saw many people, like also friends of mine, and they had nothing else to do. And they said, okay, I'm gonna be involved in that business, you know. So in my case, I'm a part or way of this business. I do like to be free, like you can say, like you can see as well. I'm going around with no problem, but it was a really hard situation. Even that our government, he closed the airport, that it was the only entrance or the only place to bring things from outside, because Leticia is at the tip of the map. Most of the products that we get here is coming from the interior of our country. Thanks to the reactivation for tourism again, now the police from this triple border is working together and they are trying to stop that business. I mean narco traffic. It's not a business that is gonna die soon or maybe in 5 years. No, this fight is from a long time ago and they are still fighting with that, you know.
Here we are at the market of Leticia.
Yeah, and this is what the local people is working from 3 a.m. bringing the product from many different communities. The indigenous people are like Ticunas, Jaguas, Huitotos, and they do live next to the river. So what we got here is yuca. Yuca is one of the principal resources that we got in Amazonas.
Yuca is basically a root.
It's a root. This is farinha. This is made of yuca, and these grains replace rice. If you have just the fish and nothing else, you can use farinha and that's it.
Because you can't grow rice here. In the Amazon.
You can, but during the wet season it's hot. The water rises a lot and the only place to grow rice is just in the sandbars. Because during the dry season there is a lot of beaches.
Yeah.
They take advantage of the beaches. And also the people are selling, you know, medicine from the jungle, like the bark of the tree.
El medicina es por ¿cuál enfermas?
Bueno,
Aquí.
tengo para los quistes, tengo para lo que es cualquier tipo de cáncer, reumatismo crónica como el artritis, tengo lo que es para la próstata, cálculo, hemorroides.
Entonces, ¿qué es eso, por ejemplo?
Es el aceite de anquiroba. Sí, es una pepa.
¿Tienes algo por eso?
Cicatrizante.
¿Y cuánto cuesta, amigo?
10.
3,000. 10. Está bien, sí, momento. ¿Y cómo puedo utilizar eso? Un poquito así, sí.
Eso lo soba acá.
This is a species of a catfish. It's a really local fish, aphrodisiac. You make a fish soup of this one, and then it's like you're gonna be the whole night awake making love with your partner. It's aphrodisiac. The name is Kucha.
Pucha. Y es directamente de la río, eh? So you said now Brazil, Peru, and Colombia are collaborating to bring back tourism into this area. But
To bring the safety.
in the 1930s, they didn't collaborate that much. As in during the Peru-Colombia War, 1932 and 1934, eventually this town was given to Colombia.
Yeah, exactly. Because like, you know, like we know, this land was named as a Peruvian territory.
Yes.
But then it's like when the Colombian government asked for the land back, so they start fighting.
Can I ask you how you feel as a Peruvian? Because I know you came here when you were 18 years old.
Yeah. Well, you know, like for us as indigenous people, there is no border, there's no controls. We can move wherever we want.
Yeah.
So with no problems. The deal is just to make the correct papers when you enter to a different country, and that's it.
The borders here are not real borders. I mean the Amazon part, also for me as a foreigner. I can cross into Brazil and into Peru without stamping my passport.
Yeah, but if you stand like if you go like maybe Benjamin, you know, a bit far of that town,
Just the Tabatinga area, yeah?
you need to stamp your passport. But if you stay just around Tabatinga or Santa Rosa, you don't need it.
It's not like I can enter Brazil illegally, because if I would want to go somewhere else, I would have to fly.
Yes, exactly.
If Brazil didn't have tourism, for example, I couldn't just cross into Brazil, and
Actually-
immigrants can't do it either.
Actually, the last news that I received yesterday is that the land border office, the land border now is open in Brazil.
Oh, perfect.
So this is what I heard last night. But anyways, you know, like before, most of the people, they try to come to Amazonas, to Leticia, and then they just say, Tomas, I want to move to Manaus. But they couldn't do it because the only way to get to Brazil was just by plane. Many people, they took the risk to go just without the stamp. But in Brazil, it's like, ooh, really, really, really bad because the high penalties are like, ooh,
Yeah.
more than enough money, you know, for us. Pirarucu. But this one is Gamitana. Normally here, you know, like in Amazonas, we got many different species.
The
Like
Amazonas is the most biodiverse place in the world.
exactly, amigo. A few minutes ago, I showed you the cucha. Also, it's one kind of fish that we got here.
Yeah.
But my favorite in the whole Amazon is this one,
Okay.
Gamitana.
Actually, Brazil is the most biodiverse country in the world because it hosts 60% of the Amazon. And hola. In Colombia, there's just 10% of the Amazon rainforest. So it's the second most diverse country in the world, biodiverse. USB cards with music.
Music, yeah.
Never seen anything like it sold in a market. And rabbits. Are the rabbits for sale?
Yeah.
So we're going to go and convert some Colombian pesos into reales, because we're actually going to sail down this river here and enter the city of Santa Rosa in Peru. And we get better value if we exchange our money now. They do accept Colombian pesos there, but it's
one by one.
one by one, yeah.
But it's just a trick that I'm teaching you, know?
Okay. Gracias. So this is the first time I've seen Peruvian money.
Brazilian money.
Brazil. Oh, sorry. So we're not crossing into Peru.
Yes, we are. But,
Oh.
you know, we're going to use the Brazilian money there.
Oh, okay.
Because even that the Peruvian and Colombian money are really close, the same range.
And why do we have so much army here?
Like they are doing this like almost for a month. Some people are like standing in at the corner of a block and they are asking for the people who wants to be in the army.
Brazilian reals. First time I've seen it in my life.
And today is Friday, right? But sometimes also they do make controls in the river. It's not every day, but sometimes they do. Principal port of Leticia.
The produce that we see in the market, is it from this port?
Yes, all the people are coming to this port. You know, this is a tributary to the Amazonas. The Amazonas River is over there. Where you see like the big ships.
Yes.
So in that part we see the Santa Rosa Island as well and the Amazonas River.
We have these concrete walls because 6 years ago the river actually rose all the way up to here. Because of climate change, because of global warming.
Global warming. It's saying that, you know, this is affecting, you know, Europe and other places, but it's affecting also the Amazonas. The water is rising a lot. Now the dry season for us is taking too long. So everything is changing as well here in Amazonas, you know.
This is where you can really feel it affecting your day-to-day life.
Exactly.
¿Jabalí tú te llamas? Sí.
Mi nombre es Kevin, o sea,
Kevin.
pero me dicen jabalí aquí.
Jabalí.
Sí, en el puerto tú preguntas por jabalí y te van a decir. Ahí
Ah,
está, en cualquier lado.
Qué bueno. Y es tu botica, ¿sí?
Sí, señor. Es una fabricación artesanal.
Es de gasolina,
Es gasolina.
yo veo.
Sí.
Y es el moto,
Motor 15,
Sí.
Suzuki.
Suzuki.
Sí, señor. Aquí vamos a darle reversa para ir al río Amazonas, al contrario.
¿Cuántos años haces este trabajo?
Hace 10 años trabajo en esto.
Nació en Leticia.
Sí, en Leticia, Amazonas.
Okay, muy chévere. Gracias. The local people that live here on the riverside use this river also to wash their clothes, to take a shit, and it's not that clean for swimming, but we do have this just in case.
And where you see like the dark color on the trees, that's the water level mark during the wet season. A lot of water.
We're now in the beginning of wet season, and that's why it's constantly raining. I hope my camera survives. Now just entering the bank of the Amazonas River, the largest river in the world, spans over 3 countries, almost 7,000 kilometers long, and there is the beginning of it. I see there's still some houses by the riverside. I see a serious looking ship. I suppose that's border control or something.
Yeah, that's the army control.
So here we have the tres fronteras, the three borders, Brazil, Colombia, and Peru.
Where we see the black and yellow bridge. So like 50 meters down there, it starts the Brazilian side, which is Tabatinga.
Right.
In front of us, we got Santa Rosa, Peru.
Which we're actually sailing to now, yeah.
And we start our trip in Leticia, Colombia. Leticia, Colombia, it's about 40,000 inhabitants. Santa Rosa, Peru, it's about 8,000 to 10,000 inhabitants. Tabatinga, Brazil, it has a big population. The population is about 62 to 68,000 inhabitants.
Yeah, and it's the most dodgy. This is it. This is the Amazonas River I've been dreaming of. The vastness of it is spectacular.
Me and 28.
You weren't in this area in the 90s. I heard that in the 80s and the 90s, Leticia became more economically prosperous because it was a port for all sorts of smuggling, like arms and drugs. Do you feel like they really dumbed down on it, or is it still happening? Did the efforts of the government do any positive effects, or?
To be honest, you know, like the Amazonas River is like the main road for this kind of business. I mean, narco traffic. But you know, like what I see is like the Brazilian police, Colombian police, Peruvian police, they are working together and they are making a really big effort to stop that business. It's not that easy like we think, you know, but it's really being hard because they are fighting maybe like more than 30 years already. But I hope it's gonna end one day.
There was a huge crackdown in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
After they dismantled the Pablo Escobar cartel.
Exactly.
The green thing over there, that's the Peruvian army. Not the one that's sailing, the one over there.
The one over there.
Yeah. So that cost 15,000 in case you're curious. 15,000 Colombian pesos. Still a peso. And here we are entering into the port of Peru. Normally it's 5,000 per person, but we told him that we don't need any more people in the boat, so he charges 15,000. Didn't rip us off though. You guys are friends.
Yeah.
I think we brought the perfect shoes, the two of us, eh?
Yeah.
For this.
Welcome to Peru.
Thank you. Yeah, we made it to Peru.
The flag and everything.
I can't see the flag. Oh, this is the colors of the flag, yeah.
So the tuk-tuks is like the principal transport they use here. Next month, maybe because the water is rising, they will not use anymore because this island gets flooded.
And what do? They get around the island by boat, or what do they do?
They go around by boat.
Right, like Venice, like Venice.
They say like Venice.
You want to walk a bit para conocer?
Uh-huh.
It's more interesting if we walk. I see there's a big party scene here. I guess later on at night, but bar, dance club.
The party starts on Friday, today.
When you first moved to Colombia when you were 18, you came through here, I suppose.
Yeah, I came here to Santa Rosa Island first.
Yeah, and you lived here for a while, or?
I lived here for 6 months. I did work in construction.
Oh, here.
I was working like helping somebody to build a hostel named Yaujino. Then it's like I just decided to go across to looking for a good chance to practice, to improve my English. And I found it, and then I just stayed there.
Yeah,
I met my partner, and then it's like, okay. So enough for Thomas to stop moving because my dream was also to still, you know, traveling around, you know. But then it's like when I met my partner, I stopped.
I should settle down one day too. I wish there was a partner in the world that could help me settle down, you know. So now you're married with one kid.
With one kid.
Yeah.
He's 7 years old. Well, they love traveling as well, but
yeah,
you know, because the pandemic, but yeah, we have to earn money first, and then we can see if we could travel together.
Bienvenidos, welcome. Here we have a local Peruvian school.
¿Puedo entrar normal a la escuela? Sí.
¿Profesoras aquí?
Las profesoras están allá en ese salón, mira.
Ah, estos niños.
No, somos las madres de familia.
Ah,
No hay clases, pero hoy es por la tarde los niños. Ahí están dos.
It's because we are close to the Christmas, so they are like providing, you know, the chocolate drink, you know, for the kids.
Okay.
So if you want, we can go there and we can talk with them because they are just like the parents waiting.
Sí, sí. Okay. Mucho gusto. Okay, no. Whoa. I almost fell again. Those ladies over there, they said they're the beautiful mothers. And here we have the kids with the teachers. Hola.
La despedida de los niños.
What? Do you speak Portuguese? No, right?
No.
Well, she's saying that, if it takes long, you're gonna affect her program.
Ah, no, solo un momento.
Sí, yo.
She's the
Sí, sí. Y ahora es diciembre y por eso tienes actividades, ¿sí?
Sí, por despedida. O sea,
Por despedida.
Despedida de fin de año. Una pequeña reunión, compartir,
Sí.
chocolatada, un almuerzo,
Juegos.
juegos.
Sí, qué bueno.
9 y 10 años, entre 9 y 10.
El máximo es 10, ¿sí?
Sí, son niños de cuarto grado.
Ok.
Cuarto grado, nivel primario. Sí, todos los años el gobierno apoya en libros, pero así en útiles para los niños no. Los útiles ya dependen de los padres de familia, de los cuadernos, cosas que necesitan, ¿no? Para el transcurrir de los años, del año. Sí apoya, pero no digamos que totalmente. 25%.
Usted tiene con los niños, o sea, es normal como peruanos o...
Ah, claro. Somos peruanos, hablamos normal el español.
Sí.
La mayoría de acá de este pueblo hablan el español.
Okay. Then why did she speak Portuguese to me? ¿Por qué tú
¿Por qué le hablaste en portugués?
Porque
pensé que estoy brasilero?
Ajá.
Ah,
Porque un poco que me pareció ¿De qué lugar eres? Perdón.
Israel.
De Israel.
Sí.
¿Tu idioma?
Pero tengo pelo de brasilero, ¿no?
Sí,
Por eso.
me pareció. Qué lindo, qué bonito.
Mucho gusto, gracias. Muchas gracias.
Dios lo bendiga. Hasta luego.
Chao, lindas mamás. Gracias por tu ayuda. ¿Verdad, no?
Many years ago, all these people, like from Santa Rosa or from Islandia, they were abandoned by the government. But now what we see is they
From the
have
remote locations, like here.
Exactly. Now they have a good school, so they got the implements for their studies, which is great. What I mean is the government also is changing, Yeah, this is the local food restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Like we see, there are many other restaurants here, but because you are a foreigner, they will charge you way more. So this is more local.
¿Cuál es el nombre de la pescada?
Lisa.
Lisan.
Sí.
Aquí de la río.
Sí.
Sí. ¿Quién lo pescó?
Personas que son pescadores.
Y tú compras de los pescadores, ¿sí?
Claro, de los pescadores.
We're gonna get a local Peruvian beer to accompany the food. So she said it's alright if we take a beer from here and go eat it and go have it with the food over there, not eat the beer. But it seems this guy's asleep. I don't know, I feel bad. Hola. Buenas. Quiero cerveza pero lugareña de Perú.
Cristal, hay trigo, hay negra.
Yo puedo, no te preocupes. ¿Dormí bien? ¿Dormí bien? Molestando.
Nosotros nos vamos temprano al frente.
No, dime, está bien. Ah, bueno. Did he rip me off 15,000?
This one is the most expensive.
It's from the Andes, not from this area. Yeah.
Not from this area.
Imported, but still Peruvian at least.
Yeah, it's from Peru.
Salud.
Salud.
Good stuff.
It's a fish from Amazonas, and the name is Lisa. So you're gonna try the regional fish, and also take care with the little bones.
Regular rice.
Fried rice.
Fried
Actually,
rice.
the origin of this dish is from Asia. The Chinese restaurants, they are mixing with some sauce, chicken, eggs, and stuff like that. And yuca, what we saw in the market. So
Yeah.
we're gonna try now the chili sauce. Always when you are eating, the fish, you have to prepare your typical chili sauce. Otherwise,
Obligatorio.
exactly. This is the complement.
Yeah. Let's try the yucatan. the root. Yeah, the yucata is quite interesting. It tastes a bit like mashed potatoes, to be honest. Just gracias.
If we would not change the money, we're supposed to pay 20,000 pesos.
Yeah.
But because we did it, we paid 20 reales. But making the conversion is gonna be like 12,000 pesos or 13,000 pesos.
Yeah, pretty much. Basically, we got 72,000 for 50,000.
Exactly.
So we're now on our way back to Leticia, Colombia. We're gonna take the motorbike and drive to Brazil. It's the best hobby today, river. We're playing. So this is the border between Colombia and Brazil here. Here we have lots of places to exchange money. Cambio la frontera, money exchanges over there as well. Here we have the crossing. Obviously there's no border control here. You don't have to stamp your passport as we said earlier. Vámonos. I wish all border crossings in the world were this easy. So this Brazilian Amazon town, it belongs to the state of the Amazonas here in Brazil. And it's actually the most dangerous town here.
During the daytime it's okay, but at night I don't recommend people to stay more than 1 hour because it's not that safe anymore like 7 years ago. During the pandemic we had a really bad time and more of the crimes got increases in this part. What I mean is like even if you want to drink a beer at night time, you can do it in Leticia because it's safe.
Leticia.
If you get lost and if you ask for the address to go to your hostel, the people is gonna tell you where. But if you try to do it in Brazil, Tabatinga, wow, they're gonna try to take advantage of the situation and they're gonna steal your money or whatever you carry on.
The Brazilian police and the Brazilian army recognize this to be the main port of entrance of cocaine from Peru and Colombia, where it's generally made. Bem-vindos in Portuguese, right?
Bem-vindos in Portuguese.
Bem-vindos, welcome to Brazil.
Live shows here, but because the people, you know, the neighbors, they were not happy at all, so they were demanding on the police station because a lot of noise and stuff. So that's, but he said that now he already rent a place in Leticia named Calua, and he said that next month he wants to make it from Friday to Sunday, the live shows.
Para los turísticos o para gente lugareños todos. Sí. ¿Y es solo cantar o también bailar?
Bailar, con garotas, con todo. Orquesta, todo.
Bailar como en Brasil.
Samba, todo.
¿Con culitos brasileras?
Todo, culito brasilero, colombiano y peruano. Los tres culitos.
Los tres culitos en las tres fronteras.
Claro que sí.
Ok, ¿probemos el bebido?
Sí,
¿no?
ahí lo va a hacer.
Buen día. ¿Y cuál ingredientes en esta bebida? Azúcar, limón. ¿Qué más? Ah, okay.
Okay, so you are drinking caipirinha. Caipirinha is a typical beverage from Brazil. It's made with cachaça. Cachaça is made of sugar cane. So cachaça plus lime juice, ice cubes and sugar.
And I think rum, right? It tastes like rum.
The cachaça is rum.
So did you learn anything today from Miki?
I learned a few other things, that the things in my region are changing a lot. Not just because tourism, it's because everything in general.
You mean like the banks here are falling apart?
Yeah, you know, like you
for
see,
example,
you know, like the climate change, you know, like because this, you know, like the bank was over there. We were able to see, you know, Leticia in Santa Rosa Island. But now, because these trees and the banks are falling, so we just see the Santa Rosa Island. And also that the shows in live is not here anymore. And here was one of my best shows that I brought people to see because they had like the dancers, the garotas.
Yeah.
They were doing like the sexy hot dance. That was like the most popular thing to do here on Sunday.
Yeah, instead of, I thought the most popular thing to do on Sunday was ir a la iglesia, no?
It depends. In the morning you go to the church, but in the afternoon
you go to see the sexy hot dance. So I reckon that's about it. Me and Tomiki are gonna chill here for a bit on the banks of the vast, magical Amazon River. If you'd like to support what I do, support my channel, there's gonna be a link in the description to my Patreon, where you can make small donations as little as £1. It really goes a long way to help me make these videos, pay for stuff like subtitles. Thanks for watching. And from the Amazonas, I love you. Hola, parcero.